Hi, Messy. Unmute Discord.
Hello.
Oh, that's not quite. There we go. Should be able to see the whole screen now. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I didn't check my timers. Alright, I'll do that. Hi, chat. Gotta make sure I have all the right ones turned on. Dun, dun, dun. All the ones that should be turned off, turned off.
Hey, Serge.
Hello, Serge. Yeah, Mousy, it's the first time in ages you got me with a jump scare, and you couldn't hear me jump. These two had to hear it.
We heard it.
They heard it.
It was a good jump scare.
I mean, I didn't quite scream, but I was like, ah! There, a recreation for your benefit. You're welcome.
So currently we are here with Harold, and we are fishing.
Hello.
We're competing to see who the first one to get a mending book is.
Yeah, the thing is, these two got a head start. Ooh. We also have shulker boxes to hold all of our stuff in.
Because we're gonna get other loots too. We decided after, running through caves and whatnot last week, we needed something a lot more relaxing this week.
Although, depending, I might end up just building a boat in the middle of the street. Oh. Can I do this in F5? Yeah, I can. I can fish in F5. Oh, nice.
The problem with having the shaders on is I can't see what's across the water. There.
I can't see what's across the water either.
Oh, now I can.
To be fair. Without shaders, I see like the Sunflower Plains hill right there. That's about it. The rest of it's white.
Yeah, I see the. I can see up to the. What is that? Oh, those aren't are those cactuses out there?
The cha-cha trees?
No, sugarcane.
Oh yeah, okay. There's sugarcane and then a cha-cha beside it.
I can barely see the achacha. I see one achacha. Like I see the tree, bush part of the tree. Ooh, pufferfish. We need those.
Oh, do you? I've stacks of pufferfish if you
For
need.
potions and stuff, yeah. Water breathing potions.
We went through a lot of those trying to get tridents.
I was thinking I went through a lot of them conquering ocean monuments, but yes. Yep, no, it was totally the trident's fault.
Which took you longer, getting the 6 tridents or ocean monuments?
Tie, honestly. Probably the tridents, technically. But it also took me like, what, 3, 4 ocean monuments to get the trim.
True.
So I think I
Well,
technically
we got a bunch
done
of sponges.
5. That's true, we did. I've technically done 5, but
Ooh, I got 2 fish out of that one.
yeah, because you hooked my fish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just
Does
happened.
that work?
Well,
Can you
because
steal someone's fish?
you can technically, but also because I think the server is grouping entities and we pulled at the same time. Well, you can't steal this part,
Yeah.
but the entities you can pick up with fishing rods. Pretty sure you can hook in. Yeah, you can, right? Because that was like a whole Hermitcraft game last season with the bombs thing and snowballs, right?
True. Yeah, it was, I think, a season 8 thing.
Was it a season 8 one?
Yeah, because
not a
Tango and ZF were playing it. Late season 7,
yeah.
early season 8, something like that.
It was season 8 because it was the Nether themed gaming district that Etho and Tango did.
Right.
which was not in season 8.
Yeah, that
season
was
9.
7, I think. Yeah.
No, it was 8 because
Was that 8?
7 was a different theme, I think. I don't even know if they had a gaming
Ooh,
district in
I got a
7.
book. Power 3.
Nice. Then again, I could be wrong, and that could have been 7, but I'm pretty sure it was 8.
I didn't think there was a gaming district in 8. You may be right though.
And to
I just
be fair,
remember-
they happened right after each other, so.
Yeah.
No, I think that was 7 because Ren or Scar spent quite a while building a train car in one world and then a wrecked train car on the other
yeah,
side.
you're right.
of
That
the
was
portal.
7. That was 7.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
heard
it wasn't it beat-ups? I thought it was beat-ups.
it. Ooh, efficiency 4.
Nice.
It could have been beat ups. I don't remember. That's a while ago.
Yeah, I know.
If it
aware of
was
how long
7,
ago it
that's like
was.
2 years ago.
Oh, it's longer than 2 years, Dragon. It's
Yeah,
almost 3
'cause-
now.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
the one world was
Oh,
like
true.
2 years, right?
8 was way too short for anything that scale, yeah.
A year and
18 months,
7
something like
months.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Curse
Yeah,
of
I
Vanishing.
confused the end of 6 with 7 as well.
And I didn't watch 6, so
Neither did I.
I only was watching a couple. I think I was watching Grian and Mumbo at that point, and that was pretty much it. Maybe some Isco, and that was it.
Mouse and I went back and we watched Tango, we watched Impulse, and we
Ooh.
watched a little bit of Cub and Scar.
I haven't watched any. I haven't gone back and done that. Maybe it's something I'll do eventually, but I started watching in 7 and I watched so many POVs that like at this point I still haven't caught all of my POVs like first episodes. And a lot of them were at episode 5. So, you know. I got a fortune 2 Feather Falling 4 book.
Oh, nice. Fishing into the sunset.
You watched season 6 started with Cub and then pandemic hit and other things happened, so yeah. True. That was probably the reason I was watching it so much as well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was just stuck in my dorm room with nothing to do half the time.
I think we watched just about 2/3 of the Hermit videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shorter list saying who we don't watch as compared to who we do watch.
Same.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, there are some that I just haven't. And I'm sure they're great. I just haven't. Like, I never watched Hypno really, and I never really watched Wells. And like
we love watching Wells.
Like
Yeah.
like what I have watched, I've liked of all of them. It's not on my regular repertoire, so to speak.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, I have
Doc,
like the
I can only watch live. I can't watch his videos.
This season he's doing movies, not videos, let's be honest. Oh my gosh. His first episode was like an hour and a half long and I was like, I can't do this.
What was
Sorry.
Ren's? Ren's was an hour and a half long.
Yeah,
too.
see, I did his though because I just watched it like it was a stream and I wasn't really watching it. I haven't done that with Docs yet.
Yeah, docs are always so long.
Mhm. Yeah, it kept you saying, yeah, same. Cause like I would watch it or watch their streams while doing homework. All the time.
Hi, Dolphin.
Hey, we're dolphin. No stealing my fish. Hold on one second.
Oh, name tag.
Nice.
Did you turn on your streaming light?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I still had to tell them. Apparently. All my lights are on
Harold?
right now.
No, go ahead. Cool. Harold, do you have mending on your rod?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have. It's not fully decked out. I have, what is it? Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 2, Mending, and Breaking 3.
Yeah, that's what I have. I needed another Lure 2 book. Oh, I
Yeah.
wonder if I have one and I just didn't realize, because I have a bunch of books. Well, I
Yeah,
even have
lure
a
was
villager.
never one. I had a villager so it's like I've gotten a couple of fishing rods that I've just combined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might have a villager that has a lure. I don't remember. I'd have to look
We
in the
do.
book.
That's how I got it.
Oh, because I got mine combining rods I fished up. For me, it was a switch to work from home. Then one of your cats passed away, and then the pipe burst in the apartment under the floor. And then when you bought a house, yeah, very stressful 3 years.
Wow,
No
that
kidding.
is a series of events there.
Yeah,
it
no
was.
kidding. I remember parts of that. Yeah, no, you guys were chaotically having issues. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The short form of that is the pipe under the concrete floor in the basement was clay,
Ooh,
and it buckled. And it was only the
Settle.
drain from the neighbor's upstairs kitchen that went through that pipe, and her dishwasher. So because it was, height of the pandemic, nobody would come touch it right away. And after living like that for 3 months, we're like, yeah, we're looking for a new place.
No
In
kidding.
which the landlord, he's like, yeah, you need to move into a B&B or something. It's like, no, you get to pay for that, dude.
yeah, exactly.
He's like, no. He says, I've talked to my lawyer. My lawyer says I don't have to. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty certain you do. So we started the process of buying the house, and it's like, you know what? You can now wait until we move before you start this process, because we've closed on a house and move-in date's a month. You can wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that really pissed him off to the point that he illegally plumbed the upstairs drains across our roof using PVC pipe into our kitchen sink.
Oh man.
So we
How does
couldn't do
that make
dishes
sense?
or anything for that last month that we were there.
Holy cow! Look at
Dragon,
the
it's
sky.
time from you. Oh gosh, Dragon, you need to go sleep.
There is.
It's not me this
3,
time.
6,
I think it's like
9.
9 of them. They're not after me. For once. If the landlord wanted us to use your own insurance for the moving out, yeah, that's yeah.
So yeah, landlord got quite upset that
Mm-hmm.
we played the cards that we did. But he went from being an ultra nice guy to a dick in less than 3 days.
It's funny how that happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we bought our place, because we own our own house now, like we were renting someone's condo, and then after that we were renting like an apartment, which was like the first floor in a 2-story house. And in both times, the owners decided to sell the place while we were there, so it was having to getting flipped to a month to month, and then them having to keeping the apartment show ready so that they could do showings, and we had to leave while they were doing showings even though we were renting. Like, it was always such a mess. And,
I can imagine.
In Canada, they have to give you a minimum 24-hour notice for a showing. If they don't give you that 24 hours, you don't have to leave.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same here, but it's still like, it's always the balance of like, how much do you take a hard line, how much do you just to because
Yeah.
they could, if you're taking too hard a line, especially if you're on a month to month, they could just say, we're just not, you have a month to then move out, and then you have to. So yeah, there's always a balance. But then owning your own place comes with its own set of difficulties as well.
Yeah.
All the maintenance, all the
Yeah. That's why we went for a condo, because then only the inside maintenance is up to us. The outside maintenance is up to the condo board. Including the walks. Like the walkways in the winter, we don't have to worry about it. Except for the front stoop and like 3 feet of sidewalk that we have to shovel.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I have a detached garage, and so I have to shovel all the way down the house through to the back of the lot, essentially, to hit the detached garage. So
I would gladly want to do that to have a garage, so I don't have to clean off my car.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's easier to run a snowblower than it is to try
Yep.
and clean off a car.
Yeah, that's true. And it's good exercise.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And even with our hot water tank, we're renting that.
Mm.
So if something goes wrong, it's not an expense to us. It's a phone call to them, and they 98% of the time have like a replacement on hand. So
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. That's not something that I've heard.
I'm not this. When I moved to Ottawa, was the first time I'd ever heard of that.
But to be fair, you pay for the outside maintenance and it's not cheap. Yeah, there's a balance between like paying for it versus having to do it yourself, I imagine. Especially when it comes to like snow and stuff.
Yeah.
I also think it depends on how good your HOA is. So your homeowners association for that kind of stuff. Because if you have a really rubbish HOA that are just giving you crap all the time and not doing what they need to do, then that becomes problematic. You're paying for something that's just a hassle. But if it's a good one and they're keeping it up and their
So far,
finances
it's
are
been
good,
good.
then it's better.
Right.
They just replaced the playground equipment in behind our house.
Oh,
So
fun.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
There's laws for insurance and reserve funds too. Fair. I know
And
nothing about that.
There's also a area about 3 blocks from us that they turn into a skating rink every winter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh,
Do
nice.
you skate and play hockey?
No. No, my arthritis is bad enough that it would probably kill my ankles.
Oh, yeah, I hear that.
Your insurance is condo insurance and they are responsible for the outside of the house. Ah, I see.
Well, I've gotten 2 Bane of Arthropods books. Aren't you guys jealous?
Not in the slightest.
I still only have the 1 book.
That's
I
right.
have the Feather Falling 4 book, which I think is, it feels like my fishing rod knows me. I don't need it, but if I did...
It'll be my new tagline: Halfdan, defender of spiders, or defender from spiders, I should say.
The defeater of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
The bane of spiders, one might say.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, what'd you get?
That was a lure 2. I can now combine it to make a lure 3.
Oh, perfect. Let me get you an anvil.
Oh, did we bring one? We were talking about it.
You know, funny story.
Well, I just fished out a Luck of the Sea 2 Unbreaking 3 rod.
Nice.
So if someone else joins us, we have the starts of a rod that would just need mending.
Let's see, where should we put it? Maybe... right
Hey,
here
Nomi.
works. That shouldn't be too much of an intrusion. Somehow managed to do that, that's funny.
How's Nomi?
Hi, Normie! And yes,
Hey,
Bouncy, I'm
Monty.
very proud of myself for that one.
Nice.
How's Monty?
Hey, Monty!
We is chillin'.
Yeah, and these two are talking about house things, so I just stay here.
It's
Oh, there's
okay.
Dolphin.
Snow and cold. Oh no. We got snow for yesterday morning. Nothing more today, thankfully, but we got pretty close to 2 inches of snow the other night.
Oh yeah, I know you don't regret buying the house. All the like little things you're like happy about randomly, I'm like, yeah, no, I could tell, right? I could tell. Yeah,
I think the...
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you first.
I was gonna say, I think we were supposed to get snow, but I don't. If we did, it just flurried and then went away.
Yeah, these past 2 years we've hardly gotten any snow, and normally we get lots. But where I am,
-5 or Monty. So we're actually colder, Monty. We're at -7 Celsius.
We're not colder. I'm just gonna guess.
Which is 7 and 7 is 14. So yeah, we're about -20
you're at 24.
Fahrenheit. Yeah.
So 24 Fahrenheit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at
that's
39
what I am.
and windy.
I am 25 Fahrenheit.
Definitely not
right now.
colder. Yeah, I know. I mean, I wonder what feels like is though, because it says windy. Hold on, let's find out.
I think the biggest
Feels like 30.
aspect we're happy for having our house is we no longer have anybody living above us.
Oh yes.
So there's no parties above us at 2 o'clock in the morning, or elephants running around at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
right.
huge.
Yeah. No one's having a bowling alley party.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or their deliveries coming to our door.
Yeah, no.
You're old and it goes right through you. Yeah, me too, Monty. Especially with my arthritis, it really gets to me.
Sunflora.
Fire Protection 3, Unbreaking 3, Quick Charge 1, and Luck of the Sea 2.
Wow.
Well, that's a book and a half.
Yup. Well, I can put that on the rod that's there and turn it into a Luck of the Sea 3.
Being an end unit as well, less neighborhood noise on one side. Yeah, that's true.
And the roadways where we are right now are wider, so it's easier to get around in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I heard once that in Vienna, like a lot of the roads are heated because I guess there was some deal where they needed a route to transport the waste from nuclear plants, and so no one wanted that obviously going through their city, but Vienna said that they were willing to have that go through Vienna if then the EU paid for their roads to be heated.
Oh, 100%.
Ooh, that's some very smart politics right there. Fun fact about Sunflora is the best Pokemon to use in one of the hardest Pokemon ROM hacks out there. Emerald Kaizo because of Roxanne and First Gym. Oh, that's cool. I understood half of those words.
It would be great if the roadways in Canada were heated like that, because no more worrying about, when the road crews are coming.
Ooh, I caught it.
Need to get enshrouded. Maybe. I've got so much that's on my plate right now that I don't know if I would have time to play enshrouded.
There's versions of games are basically Dark Souls level difficulty at that game. Oh. I'm learning new things every day.
That was the one that Pixel Rift was playing, right?
Enshrouded? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few people play it. I haven't actually watched anyone play it. I have no idea what the premise is either.
It's a multiplayer survival that allows you to build houses and stuff, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'd rather play Minecraft. You finally got a plan for Minecraft, so you're super excited for that. True. Mousy's back to playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Whoa. Selfishly, very happy about that.
Oh, Harold, we got the headgear needed for our villagers.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It was a very easy process.
Involving a sword.
Trident and a sword, but yes.
Yes. That's awesome.
It also resulted in me adding 2 more chests with titled
Baby
chests.
drown, Oh wait, no. Baby drown, baby drown,
Is that what is over there? I'm hearing a baby drowned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see him.
That's right. Come back for more. There.
Yeah, I added two more chests to our mini heads chests because I've added a villager one and a player head one because the passive and hostile mobs chests were getting too full. Mostly the passive one. Nice try, Massey. Nice try. See, I'm in F5, so if a creeper did sneak up on me, I would see it. Yes, I can see you, Harold. I'm doing that so we can see all of, like, you can see all of us fishing and see what we all get. And see it when Dragon falls in the water.
Well, Dragon has also switched to F5. Oh.
Ah. Didn't think of that. True, that's fair. And also, I don't know where a creeper would spawn over here, to be fair.
Yeah, there's not anywhere.
Creeper would have quite a way to walk to get here.
They'd probably drown first, honestly. I don't think they can swim. Strategist game.
A game of survival crafting and action RPG combat set within a sprawling voxel-based continent as you journey across the mountains and deserts and much, much more. Cool. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, I like Minecraft. I'm good. I've got enough different worlds of Minecraft.
Catch the
3.
big one. Right now, for us, the big one is a mending book, and none of us have caught a mending book yet.
Yeah, I don't think I did. I got like 4 Nautilus shells though, which would be good because when I finally get around to putting all of my conduits in place, that will be
I have
nice.
a Nautilus shell.
The thing is, I'm waiting to put the conduits in place until I'm done wanting drowned in our lake. Mind your own business, placing grass in a mushroom biome. Hearing a trident drown took me way too long to understand it was on your end and not on stream.
Oh, I have that problem all the time when I'm listening to Minecraft or watching Minecraft and playing it. I'm always just looking around for zombies that aren't there.
Yeah, especially when I'm like not paying attention to the stream I'm watching, or like, you know, like I'm half tuned out to what's going on. And then I'm like, wait, is that zombie sound? Is that my Minecraft or their Minecraft?
Or you're running through the nether and all of a sudden you hear a ghast explosion.
Yeah, there's... didn't that happen to... wasn't I there for that? Or was I in the overworld and I heard a ghast? I don't remember. I know someone was in the ghast, within the nether, and I heard a ghast and I was like, wait, there can't be a ghast here. But I don't remember if I was in a call with you or someone else or which world I was on. Harder still for me because nothing spawns in the mushroom fields. True, but I think the mushroom fields around it, the water around it, right?
Ooh, what was that? Loyalty 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 3 book.
Oh, that's not bad. It's a good trident book.
I also have 3 saddles.
Nice. See,
By the end of this, I might be able to rival Archaeo in saddles on this world.
Well, if we combine your saddles with my saddles, we have a lot of saddles. Oh yeah, I came from the water. I was gonna say, if somehow a trident drowned managed to spawn on not water on a mushroom fields, I was gonna call hacks. By hacks, I mean who else is on the server that because Dragon and I are right here, so there's only one other person who could do that.
Yep.
I think there's only one other op.
No, besides Mousy, there's one other op, yep.
On those mushroom islands, can the is there a height limit to the spawn blocking? Like, so if you build something way up in, like, I don't know, 150 blocks up or whatever, like, is it outside?
No, the biome goes all the way up.
Okay.
And I'm
Even
pretty
if you
sure
go
it goes
down,
all the way down as well.
Unless there's a spawner, it goes all the way down too.
close to the ocean, and at the moment they can track a player up to 36 blocks. Yeah, I remember that. Zombie tracking is ridiculous.
So now they're drowned.
No, it's the biome, but though with the lush caves and under deep ocean areas, mobs will spawn. Right, so if you have a dripstone cave, a lush cave, or a deep dark, you might end up with stuff. Well, deep dark you won't end up with stuff, other stuff spawning, but you would still get a warden.
Yeah.
So 5% of the area might have spawnable areas, right? Especially if you have water in the middle, you could end up with a river biome technically, right? Which would then spawn things. And you'll still get some passive mob spawns, I think. What'd you get?
Let's see, what did I get? I think it was piercing 3.
Nice, nice. Too fair, and most fiction zombies respond to and are extremely sensitive to noise and typically go for the direction of an unknown sound came from. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting because I think they have the longest tracking distance of mobs on the game, except maybe the warden? No, the warden's only like 16 blocks. It's still ridiculous. Oh, 100%. Especially since it doesn't have to be them, like they will follow each other, so it can be further than 36 blocks, I think. Because they start going to the horde mentality.
Right. So I have put some stuff away now, so I know what all the new stuff I'm catching actually is.
See, what I'm doing is I'm leaving a empty slot in my hotbar. So if I get anything that doesn't stack with what's in my inventory, it goes there. That way I know if I got something new. Children are being loud today.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. But the thing is, there are certain times when you can use a zombie's like tracking distance to your advantage, including for copper farms.
Yeah.
So like, there's ways to like make it work in your favor, but it can be really annoying.
I know Tango is wanting to create some sort of a new type of copper farm.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, his copper farm with the drowns and zombies last time was really clever.
Yeah.
And the snowman. Yeah, that was smart. Cause like the other one that oh, I can't remember. Was it Slice Lime or one of the other? Maybe what's the other one? I can't remember his name.
Mango?
Oh, Mango. Yeah. That they created was like super high tech and like super ridiculous, but also could be world breaking. If I remember correctly. So
I know Tango was saying that his next big, fun iron farm might use the breeze.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how many farms end up using the breeze like that. I think. What book was that? Oh, okay. Efficiency 4 mending.
Nice.
So...
Oh, well, there we go. Stream's over. We got mending.
Alright, let's pack it up and go home.
All right.
That's right. All done.
Eh. We've only been going for 39 minutes. Nobody's Hungarian? Did you? Okay. So, I was watching a certain Hermit's episodes yesterday. And they went fishing, and it felt like they caught it might have been a magic of editing, just a little bit. But they caught a mending book, and if Green still hasn't caught a mending book...
I'm sure it's a bit at this point, you know?
Surely, he has like 9,000 times fished or something ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't fathom that he legitimately has not gotten.
Well, if he's not
book.
fishing in an area where you can get treasure, then that's different. But I'm pretty sure he is, so like I'm confused.
Yeah, because Impulse got the mending book right from that area.
Right. Some of the time he was fishing in a place that wouldn't have gotten treasure, but
Yeah, see, I've read about my take. Let me phrase it like that. My take on the whole fishing thing for them is really just it's a bit, but it's also, I think, to solidify that this time around it's going to be more collaborative, more chill, more talking, less less mega build, just to set
Yeah.
that tone, right?
Yeah.
And I think the whole fishing theme really, I think, nails that.
Well, and the fact right now, I think there's only like 3 people on the server actively using Elytra to get around.
Yeah, like the drive to horses, and then people just kind of doing their starter bases and much more shenanigans and all that stuff.
Yeah. And they're building communities out of their starter bases instead of just making a starter base and then going straight to a mega base.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're planning their mega bases, quote unquote, around the starter bases. Doing almost a lot of them are doing more of a something I often do, which is do a bunch of builds together that end up growing into a mega base rather than building a small village and small house and then going. A lot more villages and a huge build, which you really appreciate. Yeah, exactly. Because my current base does not really reflect this. But normally what I do is I start with one build and I just keep building things around it, and I end up with a mega base.
I think that's well. I think that may be a funner way to do it because you then see the progress as you go, and then it allows experimentation.
Power 3 on breaking 3 bow.
Nice. My starter area is kind of like that still. It is going to be connected to my mega base / is connected, depends how you look at it. But
Oh, it's connected through the nether.
that's connected to Overworld as well. It's just not finished yet. That connection's not finished. I haven't built the next biome I was going to build next to it. Which I honestly might just span a bunch of moss and a bunch of trees and then move on. When in doubt. Ooh, nice.
Another bow.
That's what you're planning on for the Mushroom Island. You're building an enchanted forest. You just lacked the inspiration for the longest time. But with finding fantasy mushrooms, you're excited for it now? Yay!
Well, if I combine these 2 bows, I'll have Flame, Mending, Power 4, and Unbreaking 3.
Nice, nice. What's this bow?
Where's V's? Does V's need a bow?
Yeah, I added punch 2 is the only other thing I have on mine. Not being a good tree builder, you don't want to work on it for the longest time either. Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, and I know you know this, the only way to become a good tree builder is to build trees. So there's a point at which you just have to build till you like it and then replicate it. No one is good at building trees the first time they do it. Unless maybe it's Scar, but I don't know. I feel like it probably wasn't good the first time he built a tree. Yes, but it's a thing to start doing it. Yeah, I know. I mean, I have a project that I haven't touched in 9 months? 10 months? I don't know. How long has it been?
Yeah, about that.
You tried, but you got to E. The thing is, I can't quite decide what I'm doing with that area yet. I had a plan, and then I decided I didn't like that plan. So I'm not gonna adjust the
That's
plan.
where I am on Cookie as well. I'm not sure I want to continue with my original plan.
I really like the area I picked. I just the underground bit. I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. Actually, like I kind of know what I'm doing, but
I think the other part of that for me was I built almost every farm white now between the 2 SMPs.
oh yeah. Yeah, that makes it a little difficult because building things twice is not fun. Once you started working on the tree and you're inspired and wanting to build, the also to be fair, you completely decided to move to completely place from your starting area. True, you did. And I really like my starting area on Cookie, and I actually have ideas for it, so I may just start working on that as I have time, but I have the Archaeo world and the realm as well, so it's just like I am feeling more inspired for the castle than anything else, so that's what I've been working on. Because like yesterday, what did I do? Spend like 3 hours on that one section I did?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I was also staying up late because I was trying to do my laundry. I swear the dryer hates me. I started doing my laundry at 7. I went to bed at 1-ish. And I still had laundry in the dryer, and I only did 2 loads. Well, technically kind of 3, but 2.
Was it just not drying?
It was just not drying. It was taking forever. Granted, there were moments when I like spent, 20, 30 minutes eating food and then forgetting to start it, but still. It was taking forever to dry anything.
Sounds like you need a new element in your dryer.
It sounds like Dad needs to figure out what's wrong with it, yeah.
Yeah, I would be checking the to make sure there's no lint buildup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something. But I haven't brought it up to him yet. Because, like, it wasn't like loads like my bedding or something where you would expect it to take 2 or 3 times to dry, right? Because that stuff just takes forever. Or towels takes forever. It was just normal clothes, like t-shirts and stuff. I'm like, this shouldn't take like 3 tries.
Got another bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, I think on my build here, I think my next step is to try and figure out transitions. Like I was looking at my build, and it feels like vignettes, right, of little builds that are disjointed. I need to figure out how to connect them, and then feel like you could just walk through it and just see the landscape, and have little things that connect. The one to the next to the next. I mean, there's pathways, running through everything. But it's not. It's like vignettes of builds, which I've gotten there because I've been doing videos on each one, not as a big theme, right? But I think as a base, I need to combine it all in one theme.
Gardens are a really good way to like connect places and fill space without having to like build too much. You just put flowers and trees.
I was thinking of tearing down a little bit of where I have those, like where the aqueduct dumps off into those 3 different things, transitioning that into like a pond area with some garden pathway kind of near my crop garden, and then have that wind around to the front, and then have maybe a small building, or something like that. Some wagons, some just little things that help the eye move from one thing to the next as you're walking through the space.
Yeah, gardens might be my favorite excuse to just put something in an empty space. There's a reason half of the castle is gardens. Which it does make it feel a little less castle-y than some castles, but at the same time, I don't care.
You could also put in like a couple of markets too, right?
Yeah. Could. I think the thing I'm realizing is like I was looking at a build one of my brothers did the other day. He's doing a much smaller castle. And I realized the issue I'm having at the moment with the interior part of the castle is I built a giant castle and then I'm expecting it to feel like a tiny castle. Like I'm building at a completely different scale than I'm used to. That makes sense. So like I'm having to be like, wait, no, you have to think in the scale you're building, not the scale you normally build in.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, are you planning on carving up some of those larger areas into smaller areas, or are you going to have larger rooms, or like what's the idea there for the interiors in some of those spaces?
Well, the keep, I have a few ideas. I have an idea of how I'm going to transition between like the general spaces into the personal spaces that are going to be smaller in the keep itself. But outside of that, I don't. If it doesn't have like a mapped out thing right now, I don't know what I'm doing. Because the original idea was to do a lot more of like a cluster of towers. But as I've been working on it, I feel like that's not going to actually work out the way I like thought it would. Ooh, book. Blast protection. All right, I get the hint. So I've just been trying to like figure it out as I go. I do have like a couple more towers I want to do, but I gotta bigger towers, but I gotta figure out where those are going. That's gonna be one of the main issues. But like the greenhouse is gonna be a lot of work on the interior of that. I'm not really focusing on the interiors yet because I'm trying to like figure out the interior of the castle, and then we go inside the castle's interiors. Because like originally the project was a lot smaller than it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was gonna be the keep and like a few walls, and that was gonna be it. And then I was like, you know what? Forget being cautious. Forget not building big. I'm just gonna go big. That's how it always goes. So yeah, well, yes and no. Usually, I know exactly how big my project's gonna. Like, I know exactly like how big the thing's gonna be. Because like, if I had started with the intention of it being as big as it is right now, the way I built the first area would have been different. If that makes sense. Which means I probably actually should look at that and see if there's areas I can like replicate it on the other side. Because the side that faces the lake is got like 2 or 3 layers of walls going up the side of the hill. Because that was originally intended, once the next to the keep, that was gonna be like it. Like it was gonna stop at the keep. Ooh, a bow. What'd you get? Mending bow.
Cool.
Yeah, I think how you've designed the verticality of your castle is really clever and nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in that, you know, and not just the verticality of the walls. I mean, it's a very, you know, it's a huge build, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's really tall elements. Certainly, like the keep is really a tall element.
Mm-hmm.
But even walking through the castle, you move not just horizontally, but you move vertically upstairs, and you know, and there's little platforms, and there's areas that act almost as like viewing areas that then allow you different landscapes of the castle, you know, to look at it from different, experience it from different angles. So I like how you've designed that. Even if it just ended up being organic like that, it ended up, I think, really nice.
Yeah, it's just getting that to continue to feel like it's supposed to. It was inspired by the original landscape. Like where I have everything, like where I have all the edges of the like different layers is all inspired by the original landscape that I really liked. But I was like, I can't leave it this organic. It looks half finished. Oh, 2 mending bows in a row. Interesting.
Cool.
Nice thing about Minecraft is it's pretty easy to change something if needed. True, and there's probably a few things about like the beginning area that I might go back and tweak. But it's like I still haven't finished the tower that the Nether portal is in. Technically, it's never been finished.
I want to take a moment and appreciate how good Spawn looks at night in the rain with shaders.
Even without shaders, it looks really cool. It's like we've managed to somehow, despite like not needing to stick to a color palette, enough of us did copper roofs with the dark oak, and enough of us did like, it doesn't feel disjointed, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Even the buildings that are slightly different, like the mud house, it still all feels connected and almost like a basin of itself, honestly.
Yeah, and then it's tied together with the lighting and the lampposts and the yeah.
Yeah, and I really like how the tree that Archaeo and Joel built over there
Tadpole,
like blends right into like my area of trees and stuff. Like
no, not Tadpole.
It was
Joel versus Arthritis.
Yeah, it was Joel versus
Oh, that's
Arthritis.
right. That's right.
Because like from where I'm standing with like the greeniness I'm getting, it looks like it blends right into like where the cliff I have is. It looks really cool. Because I built that cliff because there was a hill there, and I decided it needed to be a cliff instead. Still planning on probably building something inside the cliff. At some point. But yeah, it's just every once in a while I'm just like, I don't like how this feels, and I'm like, wait, you're thinking in the wrong scale. Like, there's too much garden. No, there's not. This is your castle. This is not supposed to be industrial. It's supposed to be pretty.
And not all castles were industrial.
I know, but like it's comparison issues, you know.
Some of them were built specifically for defense and defense only.
And some of them are built just to be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, to show off to the other gentry.
The only thing is, like, this castle's purpose, right, is it doesn't need defensiveness because it's got a wizard for that. So the purpose of the castle is to be a place to practice the magic and learn things. So gardens actually make perfect sense. I do need to make like a skulk themed garden. Probably we'll do the skulk mushroom idea.
Looking out into the water, and there's like something red and glowing.
Yeah, there's a house in the ravine over there, isn't there?
No, that's under us.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, wasn't it like over there where the old up to the where the roof was?
Oh no, okay. It's past the house.
I still want to know whose house that was.
I don't know whose house that was.
Nobody knows whose house that was. That was
the one right to the by spawn over there.
No, there's one in this water that's inside spawn that nobody
Oh, really?
ever. I like Dragon and I never figured out whose it was.
Huh.
Because it was this side of spawn that we built the original up to.
Yeah.
There's another roof.
Like nobody's added anything to it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it hasn't changed since we found it. So no idea whose it is. It's pretty. It's a mystery.
I am up to 5 lily pads.
How have you gotten all the lily pads?
Yeah, I've only gotten one.
That's fine. Then I'll just get them off of you. It's fine.
No. Mine.
You'll put them in the storage room, and at some point they'll be mine. Unless you don't really
Probably.
want them to be mine, and then we'll figure that out later.
You know, it don't bother me.
I know. Yeah, I got all the lily pads I think that I have for like my my paths around my starter base. I think I got from fishing. I might have gotten a few when I went to the swamp and got my frogs. That was an early
When I
on
built
adventure.
my garden, I got mine from the swamp because I was trying to find more of those blue orchids, and so I was having to go visit a number of swamps to try and get those.
Yeah, and I think the swamp to the east of me that I used, I think I took all the orchids out of that one. Probably.
Yeah, I was those and then cornflowers. I was having trouble finding both of those.
Yeah, corn flowers. That's the white ones with the yellow center.
It's the blue ones
the
that
blue
grow
ones.
in the plains.
Oh yeah, okay. They're also in meadows, so if you can find a blue meadow. It's like, I feel like some of them are like themed towards the blue stuff, and then some of them are themed towards the alliums. And then some of them are a mix. The one in my castle was mostly alliums. Alliums and bluettes.
Ooh, I just got an empty bowl.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of those. Yeah, at some point we should load up the seed and look at that mountain so you can see the how we started. Cause
Oh, that would be really cool actually, is to load up the seed and then just have there be a video montage of everyone's base areas
mm-hmm.
when the server first started and then what it looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, and it would be really cool for Archaeo's bird base because you guys would actually be able to see the bird I saw at the beginning. We've done it before. Yeah, I know. I still have the setup. Dragon and I did that before. In fact, that's probably the best. Like, if anyone wants to know about the Star Wars base that we did, that's probably the best stream to watch to look at it all. I think it's on my YouTube channel somewhere. I'd have to go find it. You know, I was looking at that playlist the other day for reasons, and I was like, I thought there were a lot more streams in this playlist than there are.
Yeah, we weren't saving streams as often at that point.
I was, but it must have started right as we started. I think I started saving them right as we started playing Skyblock. Because, for example, I have 30 videos in the Cookie Chaos playlist, 62 videos in Archaeo SMP, and then a Parlor has 9. Summer Winter Season 1. Let's see. Time to explore. Deliveries. Actually, I might not have that one. Did I not save that one?
You have an ad starting in 37 seconds.
I know. That's part of the reason I tapped out and went to look. Yeah, I apparently didn't save that stream. Unless it's saved and not put in this playlist, which is possible. I'll have to check and make sure. Carpenter. Well done.
Has Archaeo given us the seed for this?
Don't you have it? Because you had it for your map, right?
No, I didn't. I don't think I had it for this because I never did try to make a slime farm.
Well, then we might have to ask. I feel like at some point it was if you want it, you could just let me know, and then we just must have never let them know. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Sorry, chat. I'm checking something because I'm confused. I could have sworn. Oh gosh, even that. Base work on Archaeo, base work on Archaeo. My gosh, I have used that title way too many times. This is fine.
Jeez, this rain is lasting forever.
Well, if we don't sleep it away, it'll go for a really long time. One of my favorite titles we ever came up for the Skyblock series was the house hunting in Skyblock when we conquered the mansion. That was funny.
Yeah. I'm up to 30 levels.
Nice. I'm at 32, but I kind of started at like 29.
I started at like 10 because I had to build my fishing rod and the bow.
Yeah, I don't know what I started with, and then I did my fishing rod. I'm up to 34 now, but I think I was in the 40s before. Because I think it was 21 levels to do my fishing rod.
Oh yeah, I do have Venom now. It's just not in the playlist. Interesting. Let me fix that. I was like, I remember saving that one on purpose. And then I was like, but it's not in the thing. So some of the parlor streams are not actually in the parlor playlist. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna not mess with that anymore though, and I'm going to put that on my list of things to do after stream. Get your phone. There we go. Let me add that to the list of things. Hi, Lazuka! Sorry, I was tabbed out in the sense that not only am I tabbed out of Minecraft at the moment, I am also tabbed out of chat.
Hi, Lazuka.
Hello.
This in here before.
Wanna come fishing? The contest is already over. Now we're just fishing to fish. Harold won.
To playlist. But yeah, here I'm gonna put this link in Draken and Ice Chat. This I think should be the stream, the then and now stream for the parlor base. That was a really fun stream. Because you could see all the differences and stuff.
Yeah, we really transformed that cave.
We did. What are the possible fish types you can get while you're fishing? Salmon, cod, tropical pufferfish, I think. Got a headache, so not today. Oh, that's not fun.
And you can also get tropical fish.
Yeah, I think I said tropical fish. If I didn't add that to the list. To be fair, I haven't actually gotten any tropical fish yet. I've just gotten.
I have.
Yeah, only 4 for me.
I've got 5.
It might depend on which biome. Well, we're all in the same biome, though, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm on a beach.
I meant where. Well, it matters where the bobbers are, not where we are. But the water's not changing color, so I think we're all technically. It should be the same biome.
Depends how far we're throwing it out. Where your bobbers are now is ocean. If we do it a little bit closer, it's beach.
Ah, yeah, so that might make the difference. Tropical fish, I think, are like only in certain ones. Looks like you can't get them in a river. I don't think you can get them in a river anyway.
I don't know. When I do my fishing farm, which is a meadows biome, I get tropical fish.
Okay, so maybe it's not biome specific. I know if you fish in jungle, you can get bamboo. And there is something specific about caves, but I don't remember. Could pick another rare enchantment to see who gets that. True, we could. If you wanted another competition, yeah. Well, I don't care. Competitions aren't entirely my favorite thing. But
no, it was just a fun thing to say that why we were streaming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was about to say it was a very chill competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harold got mending about 20 minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. 30
Something
minutes
like
ago.
that. Yeah.
Oh. I was checking my uptime because it was at 39 minutes that he caught it. And we're at 100. We're at an hour and 8. Oh yeah, I meant it like that, but yeah. I know. You know me.
As God says, good going, Harold.
GG.
Thank you. It was all luck, no skill involved.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I have better luck fishing in Minecraft than I do in real life.
That's right. Catch things way more often.
I think I may have only ever caught one fish in real life, and I don't know if it was actually a fish. I don't remember. May not have been.
I've caught 2 or 3, but
granted, I've only ever gone fishing like 3 times, and even then, I wasn't really. Yeah, I wasn't really. What happens to the water block changes when the bobber's in it? I don't know. You mean like if you were to make it not a water source anymore or something? Or do you mean like biome specific?
Ooh, I got another saddle.
You actually like fishing? You used to go with your grandmother when you were younger? I won't say I don't like fishing because that's I've also said I don't like tea, and then here we are. But
I have a full shulker box full of stuff.
I will say I
Always.
don't like fishing the way I've gone fishing. So there's that.
My dad's side of the family used to, when the canals would get closed in the fall before winter, we would go net fishing.
Who are they on this time? Is it me?
I think it's me.
There you go. Or lava on top of after the bobbers, and I believe because then it would become a solid state, like you wouldn't catch anything. I think it would just be stuck then. Not positive, but I think that's what would happen. If we want to send somebody launch into the air, there's science we can benefit from for that one.
Could do that.
But to be fair, I don't see any pigs nearby, so could just do it in a boat technically, I guess. That was crazy to watch. If you haven't seen it, I suggest checking a couple Hermitcraft POVs till you find the boat launching situation with fishing rods, or just the fishing rod launching situation.
It's nuts how high they were going. It's amazing.
I learned by watching a hermit that if you want to get a villager up a hill in a boat, you can use a fishing rod to pull it up.
Yep. It's like things we never thought of doing that would have been useful knowledge like 2 years ago.
Yup. But we did learn putting tracks on scaffolding is the fastest way to clean up.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's actually really easy to do, to get like go uphill with it, and it's really easy to on the resources, especially end game resources, like once you have a bamboo source and string, like doing the scaffolding is so much easier. So especially when you're moving them by yourself, because I've relatively recently moved villagers like 200 something blocks, and it was like so much easier. I did it in stages in the end because I didn't have enough scaffolding.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move some villagers to my tower area.
I know. We'd have to figure out how to do that.
Scaffolding, tracks, and a rail, furnace minecart.
It's just quite a distance as well, no matter which.
No matter which side we go from,
yeah. I think honestly, whether we take it from my breeder or yours, it's gonna be the same distance, honestly.
Is it on your base here that you're moving that dragon?
We're moving it to my tower in the castle.
Oh, okay.
Which means nobody can go in there with bad omen anymore, by the way. Just once we do that. Because forever, well, I mean, you could. I guess it wouldn't be the worst place because they won't be able to get to them. But currently my base has had no villagers, so it's been not like something to worry about. Well, that part of my base anyway.
I think the only base that it's actively being used that we could do villagers in would be Archaeos. They don't have villagers.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Archaeo doesn't have any villagers. You're right.
No, because they don't move villagers. They have villagers nearby. But
yeah, Lazugat has villagers.
Yep.
Right. And then...
Yep.
There's been a couple accidental raids at Lazugat, I think.
I don't think Jossie has villagers.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They're over by Archaeo, I think, right?
But I think V's has villagers.
Yes. Yeah.
Moon, I believe,
Moon
has villagers. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, let's see. Pancake does.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, some regrets there. Yeah, there's some accidents that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally spawned a raid on Visa's base, but I haven't done it on Lazagod's.
Nope.
And I think someone spawned it on Dragon's base at least once.
Pancake did it once, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize I had villagers until that point.
Yeah, you're
Frantic message on Discord. I'm so sorry!
Didn't think Pancake did. Yeah, I don't know if Pancake does or not. I don't remember.
I don't think Pancake does.
Because for no reason whatsoever, I've been in their base before. I don't think I saw any villagers. Really cool builds. But yeah, Emerald Cove does have its employees. The residents.
And then what? Who else is like Chronum? I think has villagers, right?
I think so, yeah.
Is that the person who had the iron farm at the beginning of the server?
Yeah, that's I've been using their iron farm all the time.
I was like, I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I had to fix it once or twice because it would get broken. And
How did it get broken?
So it's not properly spawn proof from it's built over a small lake, but occasionally the iron golems will spawn under the platform in the at the bottom of the lake.
Okay.
And so then I got to go underwater and kill them.
You have the idiot breeder mill. No, Mazzy.
Well, Harold, my iron farm is closer. You can go and steal from there.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had one, or I probably would have. But yeah, at the point that I was stocking up on iron, yes, I didn't know.
To be fair, yeah, that was like
I
one
also
of the
have a
first things you
bamboo
built.
farm. Yep.
You have
The
a
breeder and the iron farm were two of the first things I built.
And then you have the potato carrots farm. You have the bamboo farm. You have the sniffer flowers farm that you built for me. Well, I mean, I helped.
My tree chopping farm.
Tree chopping farm. What else? There's so many farms in that little area that I'm just like randomly go over there and be like, oh yeah, the smelter that I forget to use all the time.
Then just a little ways away is the gunpowder farm and the sugarcane farm, which I AFK'd last night and got 2.5 double chests of sugarcane.
Yay! Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
got
can
the
start
pumpkin
making
and melon
rockets again.
farms. Yee.
The ice farms.
The skulk farm.
The skulk farm.
Which I need to check how much skulk we have, because I may need to go down there and farm a bunch again.
There's a bunch in the store that you could probably steal some from.
True, but I kind of want to leave that there and just see how much. If we have like a double chest worth of it, then it'll be fine. Do you have a moss farm? Yeah, I have a moss farm on my base. The moss farm is mine.
Have fun, Monty. Good luck in Enshrouded. I'll try to check it out. I can make no promises.
Yeah, but I've run the moss farm enough that we have so many shulkers of it that I don't need to run it again probably for a while.
Unless you want a bunch of bone meal.
That's what I've been using mine for, more than the moss.
But we have the Skelly farm, which we have like a
ton of
barrel
bones,
of bone blocks.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Unless we suddenly decide to... Well, we do need to build some flower farms at some point. So there's a possibility that we'll get eaten up by those, but... You should probably just buy moss then. Oh, do you need moss for something? Farm is too finicky and slow. Yeah, mine, as long as you don't break it, which there's a couple ways you can break it, but usually I know exactly how to fix it if it gets broken. Because the issue is where the observer is, if like this there gets cobble in there, or like this, there's a like a certain set of things happen, then it'll break, but then you just have to replace all of the stone in the right place and then flick the thing. You're making a bunch of mossy cobble. Ah! Yeah. I can either let you borrow the farm or buy some, grab some moss. I don't care.
Or an exchange of goods.
Yeah. Trade some mud for some muds for some moss or something. And by the way, if you need dirt, you can just let me know. We have lots of dirt.
Yeah.
Yes. Lots
Yes.
of dirt.
I won't deny that I will end up using several shulkers of the dirt we have at some point, but also dirt is easy to come by, so.
Yeah, I've gobs of shulkers of dirt and grass blocks. So if anyone on the server needs any.
If anyone needs gravel, we can now get that by the shulker full too.
Oh yeah, that's true. You want to build Pearl's mud farm? Yeah, that looked like it was a really easy one. You want to?
Yeah, I need to check that out because the mud farm that I built in my base is rubbish. It does not work well.
Do you
I'm
still have the link
not
for
totally
the one
sure
you
why.
built?
What's that?
I was asking Dragon. Do you still have the link for the one you built? Or do you know who did it? Because that one was really easy to
I
use.
think I know who did it. I would just need to look again. Because I believe I used Frillioff's design.
Probably so.
Yeah, I think the one that I built, I can't remember who did it. But I think it was one of those that can break if you don't have it oriented the right direction. Or maybe I
Yeah.
accidentally built it over a chunk or something.
Oh, these ones are after me.
Yeah, I was using a lot of mud bricks in the Star Wars build. They're also after me, to be fair. So we had our own mud farm. It was still very manual. You had to place the dirt and break the mud. But like it had a piston feed tape, and it would auto do the water bottles. And it was really easy to fix if like one of them didn't get watered or whatever.
Yeah, the issue mine's having is that it doesn't reclaim the water. So the water bottle should feed right into it, but somehow empty water bottles keep going back into it, and so then it's like
then it gets stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of it, I'm breaking dirt blocks as much as I am mud blocks.
It's probably to do with timing of.
Yeah, the repeaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember you were fighting with that for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I had to actually put a I had to move a redstone torch to a different area for it to stop doing that.
Because also the other thing you run into is server timing is different than single player sometimes, and it depends on like which thingamabobber it's running on, whether it's paper, fabric, or one of the others. So even when like it would work perfectly in single player, you then have to certain things that are finicky like that. You have to just
we found that out because they
refigure out.
changed from fabric to paper, and farm timers changed. We had to go through and reset everything.
Yeah, that was fun. Bunch of deep saves stocked up again. Yay! Yes.
That wasn't the worst, as when the owner of the SMP decided to do a kill all on the server and killed everybody's
Yeah.
everybody's villagers.
Oh, no way.
All entities. Wasn't it
All entities were gone.
That sounds like a big mistake.
So our villager trading hall was emptied. Personal villagers were all gone.
Pets, zombies.
Yeah, all pets, everything. It was
yeah.
It was done.
Yeah, that was a server rollback, if I remember correctly.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
No, Drac and I went through and put all of the affected villagers and stuff back in.
Oof, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Was that
we
in one or
rerolled
two?
all the trades in the trading hall. The first one.
Ah, okay. Does it kill armor stands 2? No.
It did.
It did?
It did.
Because I didn't have to fix any of mine.
No,
So.
because you weren't on at the time. It was only in areas that people were
areas
logged
that were
in.
loaded.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And because I was AFK at my base while she was streaming, because I was modding the stream, my base was hit. Anything that was spawn loaded was hit, which was the nether and the spawn areas. My base and one other base.
Yeah, that's...
Were they just trying to lower server lag by removing entities? Is that what the plan was?
He was building a farm in the nether and wanted to get rid of all of the zombie piglins. And the person she asked for the code just said /kill all, jokingly. And before he could change it, she had done it.
Oh no.
Yours was partially hit. Yeah. Yeah, actually, now that you say this, I remember being asked if anything was missing and checking and finding nothing was missing.
Yeah.
Because I was far enough away from spawn and stuff that I wouldn't have been loaded. But, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the only thing that was missing on Mousie's was her zombie. And a couple of her cats.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just... oh, goodness. Just the little things sometimes.
But I had the brown mushrooms that were all gone. I had a few of each type of rabbit in the game that were all gone.
You had like the
I was
entire
breeding
zoo
rabbits.
area in your
I
thing.
had the entire nether zoo that was all gone.
At that point, you had spent hours to get the damn zombie. Yeah. Yeah. I know the feeling. Yeah, I think at the time we didn't talk as much, so I didn't know what exactly happened, to be fair. I don't think I was in stream when it happened either. Quite honestly.
That's the server where I had my nether portal. Look the exact same overworld and nether. Because I replicated it 3 times block for block because I had 3 portals in such a close area.
Mm-hmm.
That it drove everybody nuts trying to get to my place.
Yeah, it didn't drive me nuts. I might have got lost once or twice, but it didn't drive me nuts. My portal drove everyone else nuts. And then she killed it again. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. No, I think honestly the craziest thing that I've ever seen on a server was what we talked about last week with all the mobs in the caves.
Yeah.
That was the craziest set of circumstances. I'm glad I still have the screenshots because like I found I gathered up I think 4 in total last weekend. During and after stream, and I was just like looking at it going, oh my gosh. And like those are just the ones I sent to be like, hey, I think we think something's wrong here, by the way, in case anyone, because you know it's one thing to say, hey, by the way, we're seeing a lot of monsters in our caves. When I say, by the way, that there seems to be an extra amount of mobs in our caves, that does not explain the 50 creepers, 20 skeletons, 15, 30 zombies, and like 5 endermen. And then 3 witches or something that was like
in one area of like, and there was like 15 of those
20 by
areas.
30, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of endermen, does this server have something that is tamping down how many endermen there are?
Nope, just stops the enderman griefing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that this my experience has been I haven't seen nearly as many endermen out in the wild on this server as on other worlds.
Some seeds are like that.
Well, doesn't it also have to do with difficulty because we're on normal instead of hard?
There's that too, yep.
I think the other servers I've been on are normal as well, but yeah, it just feels like I haven't experienced. I saw one the other day and I was like, oh wow, these things are still in the world. I had forgotten.
Well, the other thing to think about is this server has really low entity render distance compared to others. So, like, perhaps they have been there, you just haven't seen them. Because there have been many times where Dragon and I have been in the nether and been shot at by a ghast we can't see.
Yes. Yes, that's not fun.
No, it's not. We call them invisighasts.
It's great.
They're the worst.
It's great when it's happening to somebody else.
You're just,
See, on this server, like my experience with the Nether has been really different than normal, because it's like when I joined the server, the Nether tunnels were already built and there was pathways to get around, and so I really haven't had to spend hardly any time in the Nether at all. It's been just a mode of transportation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to do something about those tunnels because they drive me absolutely nuts.
Just how they look, or
they're all the
fact...
same,
Yeah.
and they're all tiny, and they have the minecart tracks in them, which.
Yeah, Moon built in their tunnel down to the Guardian farm.
Mhm.
Like that's got boats and ice and all that. But
Yeah.
But I think that's the only place in the Nether that I've seen any sort of fast transportation. But even that, it's a very tight tunnel. So if you would want to fly it, you know.
I prefer flying.
I have 3 power 4 unbreaking 3 bows.
Nice. I've got a punch 2 bow if you want to put it together with some of your. I've got a power 4 punch 2 unbreaking 3 to put with your other ones to make your mending bow. Another mending bow if you wanted to.
I don't want mending. I want infinity.
Oh, I just got a mending power 4 punch 2 unbreaking 3 all in one bow.
Nice. So literally you just have to add another punch, power, and flame to that.
Yeah. And I got another bow with power 4.
Right. So there you go.
So I'll just combine that and then.
Yeah, and I think I probably have a flame book if you want it somewhere.
Well, one of my bows has flame.
Yeah, true. But it might be cheaper to add just the book rather than try to combine them.
Possibly, yeah.
Bows. Depends. I can go look for it if you want to. That, or I think it's like 5 emeralds or something from one of my villagers.
I just built a new bow, so I'm good for a while.
Yeah, I've been using my mending bow mostly. I have an infinity bow that I haven't ever repaired, so I should be good for a very long time.
I'm on my 3rd bow on this SMP. I've repaired 2 of them to the point that I couldn't repair them a 3rd time.
Yeah, I think I'm on my first bow that had infinity, and it's only halfway dead.
But we used it a lot in the Nether. Now I'm trying to find those ghasts.
Well, and when we were in the end, for example, and stuff, too.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I don't know that I've gone to the end since the first time. I need to check out the Ender farm, and I need to check out. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not that fond of the end. A little less scary when you have keep inventory on, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I got my, because I had to leave stream when we went and fought the dragon. So after the dragon, I had to leave. So I didn't go on the additional expedition, or I guess additional to me, but the after dragon expedition to get, to find any of those cities or Elytra or anything. So I went and did that, myself later. And it felt so weird, because this is the first server I've been on with keep inventory on. So it felt so weird after I got my Elytra of just jumping into the void to get back. And I was like, oh, I really hope this works. Like, and you know it's going to work, but just like there is that the pit of your gut.
You don't know it's going to work. You want to know a scary
when
story.
I first started on this, which was, I think, 3 months after the server started, I was in the Nether, and it's like, oh, keep inventories on. Cool. Jump into lava. I lost everything.
Oh, no.
And the day before, I had been in the bastion that's next to spawn, and I had been looting it, and I didn't... I had almost done the same thing, but I had decided just to walk back, and I was so glad I did. And I was so glad I didn't die to any of the piglins, too.
And is that because it's there's potentially different rules in the Nether versus the end?
It's per dimension.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least the way the server is set up, it's per
dimension.
dimension.
The way the server is set up, it's per dimension, yeah.
So there actually was potentially real danger of me actually losing that in the end. I was like, oh,
No,
sure.
because
one of us would have figured it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and I guess people had died before while fighting the dragon.
Yeah, I think
so-
once Archaeo fixed it for the Nether, they also fixed it for the end,
They did.
preemptively. So we didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, no, there was like, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about being in the Nether, but I'm gonna be careful and be smart and get back on my own eventually. And then Dragon is like, oh yeah, I lost my stuff in the Nether, and I was like, wait, what? Granted, that I did that bastion when we were on easy as well, so like it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, it was after I joined that they moved from easy to normal
Well, shortly after you were on here for easy for a bit.
for a little bit. And when we realized that we weren't getting any of the armor and stuff from our spawners,
Mm-hmm.
we weren't getting any bows or anything from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was always on normal when I was. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I was ever on here on easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, that's crazy to think about. I've been on the server the longest. To the three of us.
Yes. Yes.
Only by a few weeks, but still.
Yeah, because I joined at the same time as V's and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is at least a few months in. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it was.
And I was, I think, a few weeks in. Maybe. Maybe a
Yeah,
week.
it was more than. Yeah, it was. It was at least months, I think.
Mm-hmm. Because I think it was only a couple streams in that I got the message from Archaeo about it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how long it had been running before that. So it was just there. I was there for their first stream on it.
Yeah,
'cause
I
at the
remember
point that-
you. Oh, go ahead, Harold.
I was gonna say at the point that I joined, there was people that had started at the very beginning and then had kind of stopped and petered out,
Mhm.
and so there's a bunch of people that I've never been on the server with
Mm-hmm.
or met.
I remember Clara coming into a voice chat. I got invited to an SMP. It's like, oh, hey, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, I want to do it, but... Because at the time, I was balancing 2 worlds already, and I was like, if I do this, like, we're all okay with that, right? Like, I'm gonna try not to slack on Skyblock, but, first week or so is gonna be a bit difficult. Because that first, like, week grind is just, like, a little bit of a thing. Time to set the difficulty to
Yes.
abnormal. I feel like we could probably up it to hard and nobody would blink an eye at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
those of us that play consistently are now either familiar enough with it and or have played it long enough that it wouldn't bother us. Especially with keep inventory on. But at the same time, that's up to Archaeo.
I have a flambeau here again.
Yeah,
Nice.
I gave Harold one. It was just flame, so it should combine well with the other one. You probably die a lot more on hard. Yeah, but the thing is, with keep inventory on, that's not really an issue.
Right.
No, that's exactly it.
But welcome in, Jomisio. Jomis?
Hello.
How do I say that? Because how is the EI pronounced? Would make villager zombification easier. True, except I honestly, at this point, it would be more effort to zombify my villagers
100% would
be.
be.
Than to get the emeralds. You're also not online a lot because you keep forgetting about Minecraft, which is perfectly fine. This server is
Yep.
chill. We're cool with the. We don't mind.
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
literally been fishing for an hour, almost 2 hours. I don't know how much more chill it can get.
Yep.
Yeah, for newer villagers maybe, and there would be a couple villagers that I might consider zombifying at least once. We just have to steal them out of the library.
Yeah.
But zombification really should be a separate game rule. Agreed.
Yep.
Maybe some of my farmers I would. That way we could get more carrots for cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Or like the clerics. I feel like doing that on the clerics would be a lot more cost efficient because it's their pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be curious if the rules end up going through where they change the villagers based on biome and what types of books and all that. I'm curious how much that's going to have effect on the villager trading from a hard versus normal perspective.
I feel like for me, at least, like, not necessarily on servers that I don't run, but like on the server I run, it's gonna be a lot more like, all right, so we're just gonna spawn them in and get their trades in and then teleport them
Yeah.
if we ever have to start over, because like,
Well, they're also saying that now with zombification on the villagers, you can only do it once, maybe twice, to bring
Right.
prices down.
yeah, which, but if they do stay that way, so like, I don't think
Yeah.
they'll do it for the next update. Yeah, I don't think they will, because I think there's been enough pushback that they're still trying to balance it. I think the issue, at least the issue I've observed, like if you could say it's an issue, is they're trying to balance it, but I think the visible community uses it a lot more than like the average community. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like the streamers almost need, the content creators almost need the villagers to be as OP as they are to do what they do.
Yo.
But the average person does not abuse that game element, does nearly as much. Does that make
Yeah, I
sense?
mean it's hours of grind, you know, to have it totally OP, which saves a ton of time.
But yeah, but once you have it
if
set
you're,
up,
if you're building a mega base and you need
right, exactly.
But otherwise, ooh, come here, squid. Come here, I'll fish a squid. Come here. Where are you going?
They're harder to fish up than you imagine.
Oh, I got it. Come on.
Nice,
Come with me.
nice.
Oh, it's trying to get away.
It's succeeding in getting away.
Ugh, come here.
But I think that's one of the things I like when they originally were like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to rebalance this. I was like, rebalance it for who? Because like for me as someone who plays like both like to do mega builds and then not to do mega builds, like villagers are difficult enough as it is.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think we needed this to be rebalanced. And the thing, like the books being only in certain biomes, honestly, at that point, I'm like, okay, those are quality of life, almost absolutely necessary things.
See, I think it would be a different scenario if you could put leads on villagers.
Or pick them up and put them in your pocket.
Right,
Right.
if there was ways to like pick them up and move them. So maybe perhaps if they're going to do this adjustment, they need to also then make it easier to move them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they changed to netherite, which I also feel like hasn't been that like detrimental. When it originally came out, I was like, well, if it's too difficult for me, then I just won't get netherite. That's something like, that's
And
something
they've made
that's...
it now more difficult.
Right. Well, even when it first came out, it was difficult. But even now, like honestly, I am probably just gonna like leave netherite to like, oh, maybe if I have some and I happen to have the templates as well, maybe, or maybe if I'm looking for something fun to do, right?
Yeah.
But like that's not necessary. I
No,
don't spend
yeah.
enough time near lava for it to really matter.
Right.
Mending is necessary.
Mending is necessary. Unbreaking is necessary. Efficiency is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, unless they completely change how you can repair tools and put so it's not so XP intensive,
Mm-hmm.
or that you can't, or that you don't end up running into a cap where you can no longer repair the tool.
Well, that's another thing, right? Like, there's a cap on how long you can repair things for.
Right.
Maybe that should be tweaked, because then, like, maybe more people would use their diamonds to repair their tools rather than XP if it wasn't the fact that it would just, like, be forever.
Right.
Netherite-
I would absolutely do that. You know, just chuck
Yeah.
more diamonds at a tool, and then, you know, especially if there was maybe a repair bar versus, or you know, doing XP, spending XP to repair a tool is maybe substantially less than upgrading a tool. You know.
Netherite
But-
became something where it's worth it for tools but not for armor. Yeah. Exactly. And even then, now, like if you don't have mending, let's say for a second you don't have mending, right? You're not going to upgrade to netherite. Why? You can't repair it at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Right, so you're only ever going to put netherite on something that has mending.
And
Correct.
the other part of that is you make a weaponsmith or a toolsmith, and you can buy the diamond tools almost cheaper than you going out to find the materials to make them.
Right. So like, yeah, that's convenient, but it's just like, okay, then maybe sometimes those should come with mending then, right? Because like, if you're gonna make it so mending's difficult to get from enchanting wise, then alright, fine. We should have more ways to get it.
I also think there's a completely different calculus if you're on if you're playing on a multiplayer server that has shops and people use those shops and there's an economy there, versus if you're just either playing a single player world by yourself, or if you're maybe playing on a server, because I've played on servers in the past that, you know, everyone just kind of traded everything. There was no shops, there was no economy there. It was just, you know, just a highly, you know, I don't want to say highly friendly, but you know what I mean? Like there just wasn't, there wasn't even a barter. It was just like everyone's inventory is everyone's inventory kind of thing. So at that point, you know.
Yeah, at that point you
know,
really end up with only one of every farm unless you really need a lot of it kind of thing.
Right, exactly. And so at that point, you know, the need to you know, make hyper efficient villagers becomes almost kind of a moot point, because you have such a bigger pool of shared inventory.
Right. See, I kind of
There isn't the
have
need to optimize.
a world in all three kind of places right now, because I've got this where there are shops for practically everything at this point, right? Relatively, that I don't have myself. And then I have, on the cookie world, we have a server villager trading hall at spawn. So like there's all the villagers you could ever need are at spawn, except for maybe some farmers, I think. I think we skipped on the farmers, but it was fine. But we have all the books, and we have all the tools and all of those things. So then we also at that point kind of share everything. Not like you don't just walk into somebody's space and take stuff, but like if you needed something and I had it, I'd be like, yeah, go get it. It's fine.
Well, there's also a auto sorted
Community
storage
yeah.
room in for the community as well. So
Right, so like if you have way too much of something and you don't want to, you just chuck it in there and someone else will use it probably, maybe not. I actually need to go shopping in it and see what's in there. But then I also am currently playing on a realm with one other person where it's basically kind of single player. I mean, it's not because there's two of us, but it's basically not an SMP. And so then it's just like I kind of have a feeling right now for all three of those experiences. And like on that realm, I'm not grinding to get netherite. If the other person decides that that's what they want to do one day, that you know what, go for it. And if they say, hey, do you want to go conquer a bastion together? I'd be like, yes, but can we turn keep inventory?
Right.
Because we're also kind of playing loosely with the commands on that world. But it's just like, other than that, I'm not going to bother, because the diamond tools that we have with mending and stuff work just fine. We have our little XP grinder that works perfectly fine. We have we're working on all of the little farms, and I'm just like, I don't need netherite. But I needed mending.
Right.
So it's just like an interesting thing to think about. It's just like, it almost feels like they're trying to balance something that doesn't need balance because the people who are abusing it need to, almost. So I think I kind of already said that before, but like,
yeah.
Or if I mean they're so min maxers that if they balance it, they'll just find another way to min max.
Right, exactly. The Psycrafts people, the people like Psycraft and the people like them are gonna find a way to have crazy things no matter what you do. And there was proof of this was it last season or was it season 8 in Hermitcraft, where like they kept patching things on Doc, and Doc just kept like the hive mind kept finding things way around it.
Yep. Yeah, it was season 8. Yeah.
The shadow tech. It's like he showed it off, and then they patched it, and then he did it again.
Right.
He made a few tweaks, and it's like, yeah, it works again.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, that was season 9 because he had the sandstone little thing at spawn. Anyway, I think he did it a bit in season 8 as well.
Yeah, it was mostly in season 8 because they weren't doing the shadow in season 9.
Yeah, it was him and Ren with the lightning base. Or whatever.
Yeah. But like, well, he did some things with the perimeter. Anyway, there were some teleporty things showing up in chests across spawn situations in season 9. But it's like, those people are just gonna do it. Season 9 was him breaking the game. Yeah, like literally he was mining sand in a desert and it was showing up in his house at spawn. It's ridiculous. I think that was poppy technology was what it's called.
Yeah.
But like, the people who do that are just gonna do that. It doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
So,
but I think for those people, it's not about even the acquisition of stuff, or it's about just the joy of finding exploits, or the joy of how far can I push the limits.
Yeah,
So,
how far can we break it? Yeah, exactly. That's what they do it for. They love breaking things. You're like, oh, you can't do that. Watch me. Stop playing the game. It's the fun of breaking it. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like certain bugs have been discovered, and you sit there and go, who sat there and stacked 4 mobs on top of each other in this certain way and discovered that it broke the game? I don't remember exactly what the bug was, but it was like, yeah, if you stack this entity, this entity, this entity, and this entity on top of each other, such and such happens. Like, okay, somebody was having way too much fun and somehow figured that one out. For me, that's just ruining the game. Well, see, that's because you're playing it to play the game. They are playing it to break the game.
Right.
It's just a different way of playing. So it was just one of those, like, it's this and like a couple of the other things they've been trying to like balance. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are. That I'm just like, for who though? Balanced for who? There are employees that are hard to find those, but it's not fun content in your opinion. I feel like not that many people do it for content.
No, there's not many people who do it for content. Actually, alpha testers are paid to do it quietly behind the scenes, and it's probably one of the worst jobs one could have when it comes to the video game industry.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a few people
you
who
walk
probably
up
have
to a
fun with
wall. You punch the wall 50 times, you crouch, you punch the wall 50 times, you jump, you punch the wall 50 times, you take a step to the left, and you repeat the process for the entirety of the game, and yeah, no thank you.
That's the term you were looking for. Yeah.
That's what automation's for.
Yeah, except automation will never truly replicate human creativity.
No, but that's, yeah. That is
don't
true.
Don't get me started on that. Don't. Let's not have it. Let's not.
Can you put looting on a fishing rod?
No. I believe Luck of the Sea is basically looting for fishing rods, if I remember correctly. Luck of the Sea is the type of treasure you catch, or the likelihood of treasure, and Lure is the speed at which you catch things.
So Claire, I take it you didn't like my latest video about AI?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. I
It
have
was
my
interesting.
opinions.
Yeah,
it was different.
Yeah, it was interesting, the comments, and then I had put out I think it was a poll or something like that. I can't remember what it was I did maybe a couple months ago about it, even before when I was first thinking about. But yeah, I wasn't trying to advocate one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Luck of the Sea is looting, and Lure is efficiency, basically. Yeah. Looting would be like fishing up multiple items. Right, which would be cool. But the way I look at it is kind of what I said, is where Luck of the Sea increases the likelihood of treasure, which looting does as well. depending on the item, right? Because you're more likely to get a wither skeleton head if you use looting. You didn't watch it
Now,
either,
if we
mostly
could,
because you don't want YouTube to think you want watch AI stuff. See, the problem is you've typed AI into a text chat now, so you are gonna get it no matter what.
That's right. Way to break the algorithm. I love it.
Yeah. You're gonna have the problem no matter what you do. Especially since there's been some recent rather crazy developments. It's all over my social media feed at the moment. Yeah, no, I have my opinion. If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it, but
still haven't gotten a book with mending.
yeah, me either, I think. Gotten a couple good books. Not one with
Yeah,
mending.
I'm getting some good books. Like Flame, Sharpness 3, and Unbreaking 3 is perfect for on a sword. Oh wait, no, Flame's for a bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need
Yeah.
fire aspect. They really should have just made that the same enchantment, honestly. Why are they separate? Yeah, you didn't want... Yeah, okay, I already read that. It's like literally just put flame on bow or sword. You really only needed one enchantment for that. Sets things on fire. Yes or no?
And that being said, for bows, why does it have to be fire? Why can't you have like a shock bow?
Ooh, a lightning bow would be cool. It's so strange that you can fish lily pads anywhere. I mean, yes and no. It's strange you can fish puffer fish anywhere.
Or like an ice bow where it shoots like
Slowness arrow?
an ice projectile, which either slows you or freezes you to the spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some of that can be accomplished using the specialty arrows because technically the slowness arrow is an ice arrow if you really think about it, given where you get it. Well, if you get it from
Yeah, but
drops,
okay,
but
you shoot a flying mob though with an ice arrow, it drops from the sky.
oh, that would be cool. That's a gravity arrow though, which doesn't exist in non-modded Minecraft. I know. It's
It'd
a
be
modded
cool to be
Minecraft
able to
thing.
shoot water, and then it would create kind of like that enchantment you put on your boots, where you could walk across water with ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
would
that would be
just
fun.
create these little pathways.
Oh,
You
that
could
would be
jump
like a fun
across.
mini game as well.
Hmm.
I still want a torch bow
Yeah,
where you
no,
can
can we do
shoot
that first?
torches into a wall.
Oh yes.
Or not even a bow, another tool. If we have to sacrifice another tool slot for it, I'd be down. And like make the recipe expensive. I don't care.
I
I'll
wonder if you
figure it
could
out.
just have like a flame bow, but then the flame from that arrow would then actually create real light.
One of the modded solutions I've seen, which I think was a really cool idea, was a slingshot that can slingshot blocks, including torches.
Hmm.
I
So
had
like
seen a crossbow that shot torches.
yeah. But see, like a slingshot would then be an item that you have to craft. So you have to give up having that slot. But you can you can sling torches, but you can sling other things as well. Or make it just torches for vanilla Minecraft, but like people have used it on the server I'm watching with TNT, with... I mean, you can't just sling whatever. Most of the time they use it for torches, but then when they run out of torches, they accidentally fling the next block in their inventory.
Oh no.
She's like, oops, I didn't mean to throw those oak signs.
Right
Oh, well.
into lava. See that's the use case for netherite tools right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, it only throws placeable items.
Hmm.
So, like, it would be dirt or cobble or signs or whatever else they happen to have in their inventory that can be placed.
So it's kind of like that like block placement thing in was it the create mod where you can load it and then it builds, but manually with a slingshot.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's very efficient for, like, especially because you can put, in this mod, you can put multi-shot on it. And quick draw and a couple of, like, other similar things so that you could just do 3 at once. Well, like that type of solution where it's not a okay, just like give it to us, but also like we have to like put the effort in and sacrifice the inventory slot for it, and still have the torches, right? But it would still give you the improvement that you need, and not having to be where you want to place the torches. But maybe they should first solve the inventory problem. Maybe we should do that first. Because all of these solutions to other things are involving
So, of
inventory.
my 2 shulkers, I have 1 spot left.
How?
Come look.
Like, I know I spent like 10 minutes looking for a video, but like, you've gotten a lot more books than me. I've been
I'm
guessing
out of
mostly
slots,
fish.
actually.
I've been mostly getting fish.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot more fish than I have.
Oh yeah.
Harold's got a lot more rods than I have.
I think if I combine
Oh,
this
you got
one.
a lot of saddles.
That's why I'm saying I'm at that point where I can almost give Archaeo a run for their money in the saddle business.
Yeah. I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4.
3,
There,
7
now I have
saddles.
lure 3. A lot of salad? Yes, a lot of salad. I heard that too.
Actually, salad for supper sounds good. I think I want a Cobb salad for supper.
Ooh, fun.
Cobb salad's so good. Caesar salad's good. All that's fantastic.
I don't know what I'm having for dinner. I haven't figured it out yet.
But the place I like to get my Cobb salad from no longer delivers.
Oh no. That's sad.
Yay, level 35.
Ooh, I'm back down to 20. But I just built a bow.
Yeah, I'm down to level 5 because I put lure 2 on this. It combined it to lure 3. Because it was also Luck of the Sea mending, I think, or something like that, so like it took more levels. But took 29 levels. It's fine. I'll go if I really need the levels, I'll go hang out at the Under for a bit.
Yeah, 10 minutes you'll be back up to like level 35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got to like level 60 the other day on one of them. I don't know which world that was on though, I'm gonna be honest. That might be on Cookie that I'm at level like 63. Because I... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was totally going to change the subject. Sorry.
No?
Well, then change the subject, that's fine.
Oh, no, yeah, I was going to say, the other thing that confuses me about, or I think that they could improve, is when you're combining tools and whatnot, how much the order of operations matters. Like that always kind of befuddles me. In that, like I just combined this bow, right, and had, checked it, flip-flopped it. If I did it the one way, it was 12 levels. If I tried to do it the other way, it was going to be 27 levels.
Right.
And that just makes no sense to me.
You're getting the same end result.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because like if you combine the books in a certain order, like if you do mending and breaking first, and then you do the other ones on top of that, it's cheaper. And I'm like, why though?
Right. Exactly.
Why don't we just have a flat? You add a book to this, it is this many levels.
Yep.
Or if it has to be like it has to progress, then why isn't like for every enchantment you add on it, like if you add 1 enchantment, it's 2. If you add another, if it's like a 3 enchantment result, you get it's 5. Like
Yeah, I think what's missing is an in-game way to understand before you do it what the end result's going to be from a longer term perspective,
Mhm.
without having to go out to a wiki and try and look it up or watch another video from someone else explaining how the best way to combine things is. Like
Treasure
I just
versus another book, and more enchantments on one book versus another. Exactly right. It's just like, but that's not intuitive. Is how you notice it, right? And honestly, I think enchantments is one of the things that still doesn't have like a in-game way of even teaching you how to do it.
Mhm.
Because there are no structures that I'm aware of where you can find an enchantment table.
No, you're right.
Right? Like, you could have said that a few years ago, you could have said the same for the nether portal, but now we have ruined nether portals that have gold, that have flint and steel, and have almost every single one can be completed most of the time, assuming the lava sources around it haven't gotten broken. Because usually, if you don't have enough obsidian, you're supposed to make the lava into obsidian. And it's like intuitively tells you, 1, you're going to need something gold. 2, here's how you do it. You build this frame and light it. So like that is now explained in the game. But enchanting is just like, if you don't know, you have no way. There are more explanations for brewing than there are for enchanting. Granted, brewing
I
is more
still think it'd
complicated.
be a good idea at some point on some world to never build your own nether portal and just use the existing nether portals as the system.
Yeah, on the realm, we technically had another nether portal, which I think we need to break because it's broken. The nether portals are absolutely broken, and I don't know if we've completely fixed it yet. But we're using, as our main portal, there's this really cool, like, Sunflower Plains Valley surrounded by Cherry Grove Mountains. And in the middle of the valley is this giant nether portal. And we've been using that. It's odd, you can't imagine them adding a structure with existing enchanting tables, but you also basically never use tables. I feel like there's a couple, like maybe they revamped the Wooded Mansion, because there's a lot of books and libraries in a Wooded Mansion. So maybe that's where you would find enchanting, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the pillagers are I don't know.
That would make a lot of sense because they have the invokers and the vexes and so there's like magical creatures
Clearly
in there.
they're tapped into the spooky side of the Minecraft universe. But also maybe there's a new temple or something that they add that has it in it, right?
Yeah, like they could add so many new structures.
Or maybe like if they adjusted the villages a little bit more, maybe the librarians and the library then also has, if not the table, the evidence of the table, right? Because maybe it's not built. Maybe you have to build it. Maybe you have to find the diamonds or whatever. But
I got an infinity bow.
nice.
Nice.
With Curse of Vanishing.
Well, that's not a problem when you have keep inventory.
Yeah.
Truth.
But like there are ways, I feel like there are things like that maybe they should like put indications into the game. Or another one, right? Conduits. I didn't know conduits existed for the longest time. I didn't know what you did with Heart of the Seas or Nautilus shells. I thought they were just meh. And then at some point I discovered it, and I discovered how to build one because I was either watching it or something. It might even have been Dragon that showed me how to build it. I don't remember.
You were wondering how I was swimming in Parlor Season 1 for so long without taking drowning damage while I was building my dock area.
Oh yeah, I think that was the first time I'd seen a conduit and realized what it was. But like, there's no explanation for that. And so I was watching, same modded server again, and they have, one of the mods they have in it adds these giant ocean temples instead of like the smaller ones. And it's the same, you have guardians spawning around it and you have 3 elder guardians. But in the center room, there's a slightly broken conduit and a chest that has all the Nautilus shells you would need. So all you need to bring is the Heart of the Sea, and then you have to, obviously you would probably have to kill the Elder Guardians, and then, or capture them, and then grab some of the Prismarine from around the place to fix it. But it's an intuitive, hey, what's this do? why is there this weird shape in the middle of the room, and then there's this chest that's got these shells in it. It's in teaching you the concept of a conduit, and then when you activate it, the entire temple, then you can breathe in it.
Yeah, it's absolutely a good call out, because I mean that one specifically, like, I mean, yeah, I would even have to look up right now how to build it, or even what the recipe is, and I mean, generally speaking, if I was building something underwater, I would just deal with it. Like before I would look it up. I mean, unless I spent maybe really hours and really got annoyed, but otherwise I wouldn't. I mean, unless I was going to make a thing of it or try and make a video of it or something like that, I would just,
and even then you would probably use
deal.
potions.
Right.
It would just default to using potions. But conduits are a lot easier, and there's benefits to conduits that you might not even realize, because like drowned do not spawn where in the range of a conduit.
And if they swim into the range, they take damage.
Yeah, see, I had no idea.
Which is why I haven't placed them in my lake yet, because I'm still using it as a trident farm. Otherwise my lake would have them. Beacons are also, and yeah, beacons are another obscure thing. I didn't know how to craft a beacon until I learned how to craft a beacon. Like, they're not anywhere. Like, maybe that's something it should be somewhere. At least, like, even the evidence of, like, okay, how did you figure out, let's say you figure out the beacon part, how do you figure out how big you have to build it? Or how you have to build it, right? The only reason I know is because either someone showed me or I saw it on a YouTube video.
Well, the other thing is a light doesn't have instructions.
Yeah, Elytra, you mean? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that I feel like you kind of know they're there at least. There are no beacons in the world. There are Elytra in the world. At least it shows
Not
a beacon.
unless you make it to the end and, you know, you decide to explore the end after you kill a dragon.
True. There's a little bit
Unless
there.
you've seen someone play, you wouldn't know to go look for them.
True, but yeah, there's a little bit more of a lead. Like, the end needs help. At least it shows on the beacon block when you right-click it. True, it does. But you then have to know to right-click it, right? And you have to know to kill a wither to get the star. And for that, funny story, you have to know how to build the wither. So it's like, okay, where was the indication that the withers exist? I don't think there is one.
Well, okay, same for brewing. You need blaze powder.
Yeah.
Where is there indication of where to find blaze powder?
There's not. Some of it, I feel like, a little bit of it is you have to explore and figure it out. But there's certain mechanics. I think there's certain mechanics that need help. I think brewing, technically there is. Well, yeah, because doesn't the brewing stand tell you that you need blaze powder if you hover over it?
Okay, but does it tell you where to get the blaze powder?
Nope. Wait, can you get blaze rods in ruined portals?
Don't think so.
Chiseled red sand has a withered symbol. Oh, really? That's a wither symbol?
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't. I didn't never think about that. But yeah, that's true.
Chiseled red sand does. Does it spawn in the game though? So I feel like maybe a mesa desert temple with some indications of the wither would be a good. But you know, maybe not a structure, maybe some other things. But I think there's a lot of parts of Minecraft just like how much explanation is too much.
Another good thing in Minecraft that they could add would be like in a cave or something, just a wall with hieroglyphics on how to do some of this stuff.
Oh, it's like cave,
like
cave carvings.
Like cave paintings, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or even if it's not on the wall, like an archaeological, add into the archaeology stuff and add some like indicator, like some sort of item or something that tells you stuff like that. A lot of mods add in like lore books. where if you like loot a pirate ship, you get a book about the pirates that are there. You could do that with more of like a story about the Wither or something.
Maybe they could add clay tablets, and it could be like these archaeological tablets you get out of
Kind
a
of like
site.
maps, but clay instead of paper. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's no real link between red sand and soul sand. True, there's not. But you could consider that maybe the culture that built the red sandstone temples has a connection to the Wither in some way. Maybe they're the ones that unleashed it the first time and realized it was a bad idea. I don't know. Like, there's ways to tell that story. Or maybe somewhere in the fortress where you would get the skulls, you then see a statue of one or something.
Oh yeah, like in the stronghold itself, or what? Yeah, where you get the Wither skeletons. Yeah, they're those kind of bricks that then lead you to. Yeah, I see where you're going there. Lead you to the Wither, and then maybe in the Wither temple, there could be something that then tells you, like maybe there's a picture of a beacon or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Or even just the remnants of a beacon base would make sense or something. But like there are ways like you could link it together. Some of it might be too specific because they like to go really vague with the Minecraft lore. Which is fair because it leaves us plenty of room for creativity.
Ooh, some of those are coming close.
Are you trying to shoot yourself?
No.
You're getting
probably
really
me.
good at it. No, I haven't slept since I started stream. Or I slept right at the beginning of stream and then didn't sleep again, so.
There, hit myself.
But I think, like, the main things that, like, but the thing is, like, for brewing, for example, yes, there's no indication of where to get blaze rods, but there's indication of brewing in the game. Like, you can find brewing stands lying around, and if you do find end cities, you find them with potions in them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of the more advanced, like, end game things that you don't have any beginning of curiosity to explore.
Yeah.
Both lack of explanation and inconsistent design can act as storytelling prompts. Exactly. But also for newer players, there's a bit of a disconnect between how much you can figure out on your own and how much you have to then Google. Which, like, there's a lot of fun in then going and watching tutorials and exploring what other people have done in the game. But then you wonder how many people have played the game without knowing anything about those things. Because they haven't bothered to look them up because they didn't even know they were missing out, right? Because like, if you didn't know potions were in the game, how would you know to go look it up? Like if you didn't know the end was in the game, you're gonna have to stumble on it on accident to realize that maybe you should go look up what the heck this is.
Yeah, you stumble into an end portal. It's like, oh wait, well, what are these?
That would be a surprise if all of a sudden you stumbled into it, and then well, it would be hard to stumble into it because you wouldn't. The likelihood of all of the Ender Eyes all you
would
being
stumble
there.
into the structure and then be like confused.
Right, and then you'd have to make sense of the actual end portal, and then. Yeah, and I don't mind some of the stuff that then you'd have to like, you maybe see an object and you could maybe hunt through the actual the crafting book, the crafting table recipe book, to try and find what that thing looks like.
I think some of this is in advancements, but if you have to know to look for those. Trying to remember what the advancement is or getting to the end. Hold on, let me find it. Because there's one when you enter the fortress that would possibly tip you off. No, not that one. Oh, I haven't looked at a parrot through a spyglass. At the end? I technically haven't killed the dragon. Dream Minecraft. I love that there's just a Minecraft category. I spy I believe is what you get when you get to the end portal. When you get to the thing, which is Follow an Eye of Ender. So getting that advancement, if you didn't know about it already, would give you an indication that maybe you need some Eye of Enders.
Yeah.
Wonder if exclusively creative players are less likely to know about the Nether in the end, because basically nobody goes to other dimensions to build in creative mode. Yeah, I wonder how much, because like you then have access to all the blocks, so clearly you know they exist. Oh, I'm really close on completing the Nether advancements. Maybe I should try to do a couple of these. Wait, I haven't distracted piglets with gold? Hello? You know what? One stream we should try to do Uneasy Alliance. I feel like that would be a funny stream thing to do. Rescue gas from the Nether, bring it to the safely home to the overworld, and then kill it.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I'm trying to figure out when I haven't distracted piglins with gold either.
I think you have to have not have had gold on to distract them. Like they have to be mad at you. I would say, I think I have gone to building creative in other dimensions, but I've been like building Nether stuff on purpose. But I'm also not an exclusively creative player. A big failing with crafting book though is that a lot of recipes are blocked. Blocked. You need to mine a block to get the recipes and you can craft with it. Not knowing about withers, and if you need to find the fortress, then chances are you'll never see the recipe associated with a wither.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, I wish you could just search for all of it.
Like that's a server side setting or a world rule. Because, and I don't know if the server, I'd have to actually check my crafting table, but granted, I think I probably touched everything at this point. One of the game rules you can set at the beginning, and then I think you can change through a command, is whether or not the recipe book is just unlocked from the beginning, or if you have to pick up something. So that is a setting, but it's not a setting that everyone knows about. And even then, if you don't know the game rule, then exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Especially like I don't think it's a clearly labeled one.
I am happy though that there is a recipe book. 'Cause, I mean, when I first started playing,
I
can't remember what version it was. Like there was no recipe book, and so I remember the first day, and I had joined a buddy server. I had no idea how to play the game, knew nothing, and I was just getting swarmed by zombies, and I had no idea how to craft anything or what. I mean, I died so many times without understanding.
Oh yeah, that was such a good
what
decision.
happened, and I was asking my friend about it. He's just like, oh, go check this wiki page out. I'm like, what? Why should I have to go to another website to understand how to play this game?
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons, like, I have a lot of recipes memorized that I have to use. I had to use a lot before they had the recipe book, because I played a bit before the recipe book came into thing, and I just had to figure it out. Or ask somebody who knew, and then I use the recipe book all the time. Exactly. I was like, I forget. And it's just basically having the wiki open just in the crafting table.
In the modded version I'm playing, the recipe, the crafting table doesn't have the recipe book.
Oh.
Oh, fun.
So it's like old school.
Yep. But some of I can access the recipe book, the recipes elsewhere, which is also really weird. So.
Yeah, sometimes I find it's easier to make stuff just with the recipe book, even if I know the recipe, because it's just it's easier just to quick, search for it, and then you just click
and go.
It just makes however many you need out of your inventory.
Yeah, and like I think the server might have all recipes unlocked. I'm not positive. That's something we'd have to ask Archaeo. Because there's a lot of things, like if you didn't have the recipe for, like how would you know to make, right?
Yep.
But there have been times where I've been in a place where I had to like literally Google it because the recipe book wasn't unlocked, but I had the things for it. It's been a few times. Like, I have all the things I need to make this. Why don't I have the recipe? Yeah, I feel like they have probably already thought of all of this and are probably working on solutions for a lot of it. But there's just I'm trying to... I feel like it was Pixelriss who pointed it out to me first when they were talking about the ruined portal change, possibly even. And it's just like there's so many things that aren't signposted. Like there's so many things that you don't even know you need to ask questions and explore.
Right.
Alright. I almost have another complete rod here. I just need another lure too. And I'm not putting the Curse of Vanishing on it.
Fair enough.
Actually, I guess I could.
That one doesn't really matter. Curse of Binding's the one that.
There's a lure 3. Do you want a lure 3?
What'd you say? Discord went buggy.
Oh, I was giving Dragon a lure 3.
No, I meant what Dragon said.
Yeah. No, I was going to just use the cursed one, but I will do it without the cursed one. Thank you.
You're just hoping that the industry layoffs don't affect mowing much. Hopefully.
Oh, I need 17 levels. I need 4 more levels.
What's causing that again? I don't remember why there are issues.
What's causing what again?
Industry layoffs in the gaming industry. I don't remember. I saw a bunch of it because Blizzard laid off a ton of people. I think it was Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard did lay off a ton.
I think Riot did as well.
EA did. Square Enix did.
Blizzard, the main reason I saw that one is because I follow enough Overwatch and World of Warcraft content creators and stuff. And like I follow that general sense of line of news that I saw it all over my feed when it happened. Especially since a lot of them did not see it coming, which was... So it was a whole thing.
That's been happening around the whole tech industry, though. There's a lot of layoffs.
Ooh, Efficiency 3, Smite 4, Impaling 4. What can you put Impaling on again?
Is it crossbows?
Crossbows, yeah.
No, that's piercing. Impaling
then
can
it's
go
a
on
trident.
a trident, yeah. Maybe you can put Impaling on it as well, but I think piercing. See, maybe you should be able to put Impaling on your sword.
Yes.
Only if it's a rapier.
No, that's an idea. Have different
Another sword would be kind of fun.
Swords?
different swords.
With a different attack speed.
Oh, jeez.
I'm fine.
Go to shoot and you jump in the way.
I hit it. I went to go hit it before you shot. At least on my screen. 25 levels to put that on there. That's
Clara might need to sleep if she hasn't yet.
I have.
Okay.
I was the last person who slept. So if there's screeching sky rats, it's not me. Might as well have Impaling 5 on my trident, so try to get to 25 levels, one way or the other.
I need 17 to put these 2 rods together.
I will say we have like significantly increased our number of name tags.
Yes.
Which is good because I noticed we only had like 3 the other day. I was like, that's gonna be a problem.
I may have accidentally named a bunch of zombie pigmen instead of pigmen.
Yeah, I remember. I was in that Discord chat. Got that message. It's fine. Ooh. Some more Hermitcraft episodes to watch later. Let's go.
Yeah, with all the hermits throwing out as many videos as they are lately, we are so far behind on everybody.
Oh yeah.
I have the tier lists of whose videos I watch right away and whose videos I watch when I feel like it. Cause like yesterday, I just watched like all 5 of Iskel's Hammercraft videos just in a row.
Oh, with all the VODs, with all the VOD skulls as well. Yeah.
No, I haven't watched. I haven't watched any of the extras. I may.
I see.
Those are like more background noise. I was semi-actively watching, but I was just like, all right, you know what? What do I want to watch? Nobody's streaming. Okay, whose videos have I not caught yet? So I think I still have like Falls and Cub and a couple of people who I haven't even watched episode 1 yet.
We've stopped watching False.
I'll see how I feel about it. But whereas like Tango, Pearl, Gem, and a couple others, I'm just like, okay, when they release a video, I watch it.
We stopped watching False near the middle of season 8.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was curious how False was gonna do in Empires, and then it kind of it kind of trailed off a little bit.
Yeah, that made me
I'm not
sad.
sure that she made any more after
After the
Hermit Craft.
crossover,
Yeah.
she didn't.
Right.
She did.
Yeah,
It was like one.
The one that I always watch, like the moment it comes out, is Etho's videos.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. He's on the short list.
But he doesn't do as many videos. I mean, at least
Yeah, he's a lot slower paced than the others.
Right, and it's always flipping between his regular Let's Play, and then a lot of times he has a modded series he's doing, and then Hermitcraft as well. But I tend to follow all of those.
You went on a small ski trip this week with no internet, so you've been catching up on Hammercraft all morning. Nice, nice.
Yay for the ski trip.
Ski trips are fun, I imagine. Can't
If
say
you
I've
ski.
Can't say I've ever been on one, but
I've never skied, so.
see,
Yeah, I
I feel
haven't
like
either.
I feel like I would have fun even if I didn't ski. Like I feel like
I would have fun if I didn't ski.
Going up to a cabin and drinking hot chocolate and being by snow. I feel like I would have fun with that.
Tobogganing though, that's where it's at.
True. I would much prefer going sledding than skiing. It helped that his father passed away about a year ago, so he did a lot of IRL stuff to do at the time. Yeah. I'm really glad that he's back. Etho's back to doing stuff too. Yeah. I remember that.
It's always nice to see Scar's health is improved enough that he's able to stream again.
Oh yeah, Scar's back to streaming and doing videos a little bit more. Even though he's been, like, I think the last episode he said he'd been in and out of the hospital like 3 times or something ridiculous. And I was like, dude.
His feeding tube was
Acting up again.
giving him issues again.
The sledding only works in one direction.
Too, though.
Skiing only works in one direction. What do you mean? Lazugod, I'm confused.
I'd like to know how you ski uphill, Asgod.
What kind of wizardry is this? Yeah, no, that's been cool, and his train stuff is gonna look really cool, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited as well for the what Etho, Tango, and Pearl are doing with the
yeah,
post
The
office.
mailbox system? Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I just watched Tango's video yesterday on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, my brain hurts.
You haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's great.
Cross-country
Pearl
skiing
dropped
is
one
both
today
up and
about
down. Oh, okay.
It's normal. Okay, if you say so.
Cross-country skiing, you can go up small hills, yes.
Yeah, it's small hills. All right, I grant you that. Yeah, no, the technical side of it is very interesting, and I think I actually understood how they were doing it, which is slightly different.
They had to change it while he was streaming yesterday.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because they ran in. He opened. Issues were opened to his eyes that they didn't consider.
Well.
Ooh, I got a Smite 4 mending book.
Oh, nice. Well, that's a double loss now.
2 mending books. My goodness. I think the mending fish like your fishing rod.
Yeah. They like the left side here.
All right, now that we've double lost, I think it's a good place to call it.
But I haven't gotten it. Okay.
You haven't gotten a what?
A 25 levels. It's fine. I'll just go do it at the dirter.
Oh, I need one more level too, but I can do it elsewhere later.
Also, technically, you can skin a downhill slope, which is where you put your really sticky skin on the downhill skis. But that's for more athletic people than you. Well, okay. Alright. Derp, derp, derp. Come on. One more fish. Yeah, no, like I said, it was cool to listen to the explanation, but it was also crazy that I kind of understood the mechanics they were using. It was like, there was a time a few years ago where none of that would have made sense to me.
Yeah, redstone is certainly something that I think, I mean, yeah, that is something you need to watch videos for.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think that is something that Mojang is ever going to be able to kind of build into the game as an explanation, because
Right.
it's just too complicated. There's too many options.
Yeah, there's some things they built into the ancient city, which has been really cool, and like it does explain a bit, but it doesn't explain it enough for you to like truly ever understand it.
Do you want your anvil?
We can just leave that here, honestly.
We probably have enough iron to make more.
Oh yeah, I have like 5 stacks of iron blocks in my end chest alone. So I think I'm good on that one.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, it was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun to
Yeah.
chat and fish.
I'm going to my ending screen.
Okay, yep, give me 1 second. I did the same. I have to tab out though. I need to put these buttons. Okay, this is not something to add to my list of things to do, but at some point I should probably try to put those on buttons again. Yeah, really good conversations. Yes, yes. All right, let me see if
Thank you for joining. Thank you to those who joined our stream, either lurking or partaking in conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And again, thank you for Harold to join us.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
It was very fun. Do you want to do a raid today or no?
I'm not seeing anybody.
Okay.
You?
I mean, Cat Wild is playing Minecraft.
Oh, we can go there. We haven't gone there in a while.
Yeah. Cat's super awesome. I don't know exactly what type, but I mean, it's Minecraft, so it looks like maybe it's a mini game mode, possibly. That looks cool. Do you need me to send you the link, or?
No, I got it.
Okay. You tend to lurk, converse here and there, but nice to have something in the background. Yeah. Lurkers are always greatly appreciated, whether they say anything or not. Lurkers.
It's always nice to have them in the community.
Yes, we appreciate it. And thank you everyone, not just for lurking, but for hanging out and just all the stuff and things. And we'll be back next weekend with something. Possibly killing a guest after bringing it through another portal. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe we should make the advancement list our stream checklist. Just for fun.
That could be interesting, yes.
Yeah, it could give us stuff to do. But let me set up the raid. Did I not spell that right? I did not spell that right. Alright, I did hit the W key, but the W did not W. Are you ready to go?
I am.
Okay. Burp.
I'll go now, and then you can do yours, because mine always takes longer than yours.
Right, there is the raid command in Dragon's chat, and here is the one in... No, my chat, and then there's Dragon's chat. That is our raid message. If you want to copy and paste it, you can use your own emotes, use my emotes, whatever you want to do. Emotes are for fun, no matter where they came from.
Alrighty. Have a great weekend, everybody.
And
bye.
Have a good one.
Hitting raid now. I'm gonna unmute Cat. I think I have to hit